Okay guys, I'm just going today, so we're going to do a quick little video here, and just mowed a couple days ago. My grass is already getting tall again, and yeah, and then we got birds shitting on that car. I think there's a bird nest up there, and in the trees, and the birds are shitting all over the car, so that's freaking awesome. But anyway, I got another thing here that I'm looking at, and we've had this for a while now, but I'm thinking it's probably going to need new tires, because I think we tried putting air in these tires a while back, and they just wouldn't take air. And I'm thinking about if this will work. Ooh, squeaky as hell. I think that bearing needs some grease in her. I'm thinking about, I'm going to turn this in. It's just a dolly that we've had laying around on the farm there for a while. The tires don't seem to hold air, and they're not even seated anymore, so I don't know if I can do anything to fix that, or I'm just going to have to end up buying new tires or something for these rims, and probably even new rims too. These are tubeless, I believe, too, so I don't know why they're not. I don't know why it's not fitting, but they kind of just. We tried a few years back, and we just never could get air in them, so I don't know if my air compressor's power will be any better or not, but we're gonna try. And another thing is too. I want to put my welder on this because, my welder is quite heavy, and I don't want to have to keep, moving it around by hand, because it just puts too much wear and tear on me. So that's why I'm thinking of maybe just doing a temporary thing for now, because I do plan on getting a cart for it, but for the welder, but I don't know exactly when we'll do that. So yeah, so I'm just going to try to maybe build up some air pressure here, see if we can get the tires to take air. That it did well anyway. It never did the last time, tire maximum PSI is only about 30, so. Problem is that they're not seating. It's like they need to be taken off and putting back on the rim or something, because it's just not. Something's not right here. And I really don't think that the tires are shot. They were just left to go flat, and then they were. Something's fucking wrong. I mean, that's the thing. They're not beaded or anything, so. I don't really know what the problem is with these stupid tires. I'd rather just buy the whole kit. Like you buy the rim and the tire all put together, but I don't know what size would fit on this. So. I'm not even sure if the rims are even any good. They don't seem to be too rusted out. But I think I could probably still put my welder on there even with flat tires. Because it kind of does take a lot of weight before these tires will start to go flat, even without air. But yeah, I just don't know how to get these freaking things off. Something like that. They are weathered though pretty good. So yeah, I'm not too sure. Need my other bitch. Need my other doohickey. Because I'm not 100% sure. Oh, sure, fall. I'm not really too sure what's wrong with these fucking tires, because they look okay. It's just that they don't seem to want to take air. Because it's not beaded right or something. I'm just going to try to take a look at here to see why this is not beaded, but something's definitely out of whack, that's for sure. I mean, the tires look okay, you know, it looks like there's still tons of thread left on them, or tread, but yeah, they're not beaded very well anymore. I know that one lonely farmer, I think, to beat his tires, he just uses starting fluid, and he catches the inside of the tire on fire, and then it I guess kind of blows up or whatever, and then you're supposed to put your air in there, and that's supposed to help, but I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know what I should really do. I mean, I could take these tires off and try to rebeat it, but that would be a lot of work. So, for some reason, I just don't want to. Like, it looks like it would bead here, but then what's going to force the other side? It's not, you know. You try to put air in there, it just escapes because it's not enough. So you can just hear it go right out, right? Looks like it would bead. Almost. Like it almost would. But the thing is that the tire on this side is not. I wonder. I should have kept my screwdriver. Like if you put that tire against there, then somehow try to. Wrong end. Maybe. No, so that's not going to work either. Like it looks like it would almost want to be, but the thing is, the tire has kind of, it's like it has shrunk or something, you know. So, and I don't know if I really want to play with fire a whole heck of a lot, just to try to get air in these fucking tires. So you can hear it going right back out. So. That's kind of an issue. I mean, it works fine and everything, even with the flat tires, but it would be nice to have air in those stupid things. Whip up the air out of the tank. You know, I mean, it takes a fair amount of weight. I don't want to try to pick up maybe that white tail there. And then I'll handle it. That's probably not very heavy for it, but, you know. One thing that probably should happen is that something needs to be hit with some, something needs to be hit with some WD-40, that's for sure. Because we have a major squeak going on. But yeah, what I was thinking of doing is that I'm just going to maybe put my welder on here. I'm going to have to probably clean it up a little bit though, and depending on how wide the welder is, I'm going to have to. I was thinking about maybe strapping the welder down if I have to, but I'm probably going to want to be able to remove the welder from this for, you know, when I'm not using it, because I don't really want to bring this into my house. The thing is, if the welder doesn't fit on the best, I would have to probably put some like, well, I'm gonna have to put like little extensions on, 2 of them at least, you know, like actually weld them on there, just to, you know, maybe help support the welder a little bit. I do have brackets, but I don't think they're really designed to hold the weight of the welder, so they would possibly just bend, right? I got one heavy one, but that may all I may need. I don't know. But I'm gonna have to go grab the welder and just see how this does. And but yeah, I don't know if maybe if you guys can figure out maybe what to do or what size tires to get. I don't know. I'm gonna have to order it though with the rim because I don't want to have to try to beat it or anything because I'm not sure how to do that. And like the tires, the rubber's fine. Like there's there's a little bit of weather cracking them, but they're not super wore out like as it's set in the garage. In that one garage there for a lot of years. We did use it here and there, but um, we didn't use it enough that it was worth fixing. And I think this is actually made by, it says Milwaukee, but this is a much older one too. I don't even know what year this is from, but it doesn't say. But it's meant to hold up to 600 pounds. So that welder is probably only maybe about 100 pounds. So it's not gonna. I'm not even gonna be anywhere near maxing it out. So yeah, I might have to weld something like little ears on there or something to extend it out so then my welder can sit on it. But I may also strap it too. So because the thing is I want to be able to play with the welder without really having to manhandle it, because it is kind of a heavy thing and it actually gives me kind of a headache when I do move it. So I need to find an easier way to move it so I don't get instant headaches all the time. It's just that when you bend down, you pick it up, you put a lot of strain on your body and whatnot, and it sends it all to my brain, and then I get an instant headache. So I'm probably just going to, maybe I'll clean it off a little bit. Probably could take the grinder to it and grind that crap off a little bit. Well, not rust, but yeah, depending on how tall the welder is, it probably shouldn't be too tall. I think I could just run a strap right around. Actually, one of these here supporters. This one's bent, but yeah. So actually, back in the day, I remember when I was a little kid. We were we needed hay for ourselves, like me and my grandma. We didn't really want to take any of the hay bales. Back then, we kind of needed them because we had more cattle back then, so we didn't want to take too much off the hay. So we actually just took the hay off the dike when they would let it get real tall and they would mow it. I would actually just I would take this thing, and then we have a well, first of all, I actually had this set up, this here, and then that yellow trailer. I actually hooked them both on here. I think that's why this got bent, because I was trying to pull that trailer, right? And of course the trailer kind of, somewhat fell off all the time, So, and then I decided to ditch the trailer, and then I found this old screen door kind of like thing, and then I just tied it onto this, and that's how I picked up my loose hay. Because we didn't need a lot of it, we just needed a little bit here and there. So this was even before we even had bigger. This was long before we even bought this place. This was many years ago, so we don't do that anymore. But we still use this thing a little bit here and there, to we use it to move flower pots and big heavy things like that around. But we don't really use it a heck of a lot. We may touch it maybe once a year or twice a year. I don't even think last year we even touched it at all. So, yeah, I would like to maybe repurpose this and maybe use this for my, like my welding cart, because I don't have a cart for it. And I was going to get one from Northern Tool, but they're like $230. It's nice because you can, put everything in there. I'm still going to probably end up getting that. It's just that I want something that can get me by for now. Because the thing is, I want to kind of play with the welder, because I want to see how this stuff here does for welding. So I'm probably just going to take these two pieces here and just try to weld them together and see what happens for funsies. I would like to try to maybe find stuff without that shininess on it. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm welding it anyway. So those are the two pieces there that I'm going to probably try to practice weld together. and I'm just gonna do like a little, run like a little bead here and there. I'm not gonna fully weld it because if I do need it, then I'm gonna have to be able to cut the welds off. So, but yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know. I just want to maybe get this welder cart thing going. I don't have anything else to really weld on. I have these things, but they're too big. So, you know, these things, but they're overkill for my welder. My welder won't be able to weld that. So, need to find something a little bit smaller than that. I do have a couple things, but I don't know exactly how good they would be. You know, so. But she's a cold one again today. Windy crap too. Excuse me. But yeah, I'll just see maybe how my welder fits on that, and if I have to, I'll take one of those brackets. I got 3 brackets up there. Probably just take that big black one there and just weld it on. At least, you know, one will kind of stabilize it a little bit, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. I know it's not going to. It may work. I could probably. I don't want to strap the welder down because I have to be able to open the door, you know, to get inside my welder. So all that has to be figured out as well. So, but maybe I'll just take my wire. It's probably not here, is it? It should be here. Nope, not here. Let's be up at the house. I bought another wire brush too, a hand one, but I forgot to bring it. I forgot to bring the old one back. So I'll take it up to the house, and maybe I'll take my metal wire brush thing to that pad there. Just get some of that crap off it. And oh yeah, I gotta put my little. Hey, I don't think it matters anymore. I gotta put my little cap back on. Just in case any of you guys may come up with an idea, I don't know. The only thing I can think of doing is what one lonely farmer does. It's just, I think he uses starting fluid or something like that. He just sprays it inside the tire and then lights it, and then the tire kind of like blows up, and then you put air into it. Some people say that's kind of a risk, or it never really works, but you probably don't even need air in these tires because they should be fine to support the weight of the welder. It's not like I'm putting 600 pounds on this thing anyway, so I'm sure like 100, 105 pounds, these tires probably won't really squat. I don't know what that pail weighed, but probably not a lot. I don't know, we'll see. So that's the project that we're going to be doing here. This will probably just take me a couple minutes to figure out, but just so maybe I can put my welder on that and move the son of a bitch around without having to kill my back. So, I mean, yeah, I don't go very far with it, but, you know, it's that little distance is that what freaking kills me. Because I have to go from my bedroom, which is where I keep it, you know, it's there in a safe spot, and I have to move it all the way to the garage. And, yeah, that puts kind of a lot of wear and tear on me. Even though I don't go that far with it, but it's still a lot of wear and tear. So, I'm just going to try to maybe find, yeah, try to find a better route, and I think this is a better route to go, but I don't really want to have to weld anything onto it. So, but if I have to, I have to. I got plenty of shit here that I think I can weld on, even if it doesn't work very well, it'll work. Like I could take, you know, some pretty big heavy duty screws or bolts or whatever and weld them on, you know, just extend them a little bit, you know, and then that'll work. So, but anyways guys, I'm going to probably take off. I'm just going to go and figure out with this for a little bit. I don't know why the hell these are here. Well, that probably broke off when I was doing that thingy. They can go up there then. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We'll just figure it out and see what the hell happens. It would be nice if the welder actually fits on there pretty good, because what I could do, I know it ain't going to anyway, but if it did, I could take these brackets, right, weld it to the bottom of the net, and then the welder could just sit like inside of that, and then up against the frame of this thing. But the welder's not that skinny, so I know that's not going to happen. But if it did, that'd be pretty cool because, you know, then there you go. So we'll see what happens. If I do have to weld something on, I'll have to weld that bracket on there then, either one of those. Probably that big black one, because that's a lot thicker. So, could probably even just cut it in half and weld them both on there. That'd probably be pretty good. But we'll see. I gotta play around with it. I gotta get the welder put on this thing, see how the tires do. And I gotta clean it off a little bit. Get some of that rust off and whatnot, so... But yeah, so I'll be looking forward to a part 2 to this, maybe, if I feel like it. This is part 1, I guess, so however, you know, just whatever the damn title will be. That's our next little project. This won't take very long. I could probably have this done in a day. Just try to figure out what I need to do to it. And if you guys have any ideas with the tires, either you guys can try to find me a new set, including the rims. Either I can get them either on Northern Tool or Harbor Freight. I would probably like to get them on Harbor Freight because they're going to be a little bit cheaper. So... if you guys can find a set, I don't really care. As long as it's the same bolt setup or however this is set up is going here. As long as it's that same size, I don't really care how the tires look. I don't care if they're flat free or... as long as they're tubeless, I don't want to have to deal with tubes. So, because I know some tires have tubes in them. I'd rather deal with the tubeless, and that's what these are here, is tubeless. Some of you guys are going to probably just say, oh, I'll just buy a tube and put it in there. Yeah. Then you have to sit there and change out that frickin' valve stem, and that's probably not going to be a fun job. So, I don't know, we'll see. Anyways, guys, I'm going to take off. I'm going to go and get this thing figured out, and then I'm going to grease those. Oh, yeah, I need to grease that wheel. I'm pretty sure it's that left wheel. So, but it rolls pretty good, though, for having, you know, flat tires. So, yeah, I think if I put my welder on that, we actually should be okay then. Definitely that left wheel though, that's pretty friggin' squeaky. But we'll spray some WD-40 on her and get her softened up. So, alright guys, I'm gonna take off. So I will either see you guys in part 2 or whatever. So yeah. Alright, I'll see you guys in whenever. Alright, see you later. Thank you.